Good morning. Please sit down and I will begin this press conference. You all saw what I saw, so what I have to say shouldn't be a surprise. Making it to the World Series is a great accomplishment. Don't take away from that. You got to be in it to win it. Making the World Series means you got to get past every team in your league to face the best the other league has to offer. The Yankees have been to the World Series 40 times before this year, and we went 28-13, which means as great as those Yankee teams were, they still lost 1/3 of all the World Series they played in. They lost one out of every three. And as you know, we have now lost 14 times all time. No one wins them all. But being in the World Series and losing is very much like paying for a high-priced call girl and then not getting past second base. I mean, what's the point of spending all that money to not slide into that warm and moist and furry home plate? Print that! We dug a lot of holes for ourselves. We should have won game one, but I don't know if that changes anything. Unless we played a good game five, which ultimately falling apart at the seams like Cujo's chew toy. Don't know who Cujo is? Google it. We could have been up 3-2 going back to LA, but we aren't. Game five, that was a tough one to swallow. Cole was pitching a gem, and we really stabbed it in the back. Instead of Judge catching a relatively soft line drive, which would have meant man on first and 1 out, the floodgates opened up, and more errors led to an eventual 5-run inning that made it a game again. And for anyone wondering, Wizzo has to field that easy ground ball and hustle to first to make the play himself. I mean, that play is a standard play for first baseman. It's one of the many things they practice in spring training. There was nothing hard about it, and Rizzo didn't stray away from first. That ground ball should have ended the inning and kept the damage manageable. But all it did was open up the floodgates even more. There's going to be a lot of inevitable changes made to this team for next year. Will Cole opt out? Will we use our power to extend him for a little bit longer? Will Soto sign with us or someone else? Will Cashman finally sign multiple starting pitchers who can throw at an elite level? Will we sign a true leadoff man? Will we sign a catcher who will be the next Posada? I don't know. I'm sure Ashman and Baboon will be back. I mean, it's hard to fire a GM and manager who just took your team to the World Series, although that didn't work out too well for Yogi. I'll be meeting with the team soon to have our season-ending team meeting. You know, you never know when you'll be back to the World Series. And when you get there, you want to win it. But the Dodgers wanted to win too, and they wanted it more, I guess. I'm exhausted, to be honest. It's a long season, and it was stressful at times with the ups and downs, and that happens in sports. And it was exciting to roll through the playoffs, and in all seriousness, the collapse in Game 5, it beat me down. But we will all pick ourselves up dust ourselves off and be ready to go through the insane grind that is Major League Baseball next year. And that's that. Go write your articles and close the coffin on the 2024 Yankee season. As Mick Jagger sang, you can't always get what you want, but you can try sometimes. This year we tried, but we didn't get what we wanted.